This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, we are live.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody, for being here for the April 4th, 2022 O&A meeting. Consistent with Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, this meeting will be conducted by remote participation. The public may not physically attend this meeting, but every effort will be made to allow the public to view and listen to the meeting in real time and participate when necessary. If you calling in on a phone, you can press *9 to request to speak. If you're watching on a computer or device, there's a raise hand button that you can tap or press to request to speak. Please use either of these options to be recognized to speak tonight. Tonight on attendees, we have Councilor O'Hara, Councilor Majota, Councilor Nolan, our city clerk, Joanne Sanos, and I recognize Craig Anderson, who is also on the Stage 4 Park Advisory Committee. So with that being said, I'd like to move on to our first matter of business, which would be the new appointments to the Board of Registers, Craig Anderson. Craig, how are you doing tonight?
I'm just bringing them in.
Good. How are you?
Wonderful, Craig. It's great to talk to you again. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to be on the Board of Registers, that'd be excellent.
Sure. So I've been involved in the civic process since before I could vote in 2012 when I was a freshman in high school. Additionally, for my Eagle Scout project, I worked with the city to place QR codes at various war memorials, digitizing the records of who those are dedicated to. And on the Stage 4 Park Board, worked on the cannon restoration process and the beta landscaping plan. Really interested in serving the community and would love to do so in the registrar role where I feel I have a breadth of experience to bring to the table.
Excellent. Thank you, Craig, very much. Is there any questions from the committee? We'll start with Councilor O'Hara.
Craig, I want to thank you for willing to step forward again and help your city, which clearly you very much love and enjoy. We enjoy having your energy, and we look forward to having you on the Board of Registrar. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And Councilor Majota.
Yes, Greg, just want to say thank you for stepping up. It's great in that you've been involved since high school, which is awesome.
Thank you.
So Craig, I've seen you since you're probably 14 years old working and being involved in the city. So I have no question of your abilities and your know-how and what you can do to make things better. So with that being said, do we have a motion?
Ordinance Administration recommends the City Council appoint Craig Anderson to the Board of Registrars, term ending February 14, 2025, and I so move.
Second.
And this will be by roll call. We'll start with Councilor O'Hara.
Yes.
Councilor Majota.
Yes.
Councilor Nolan, yes. Craig, it is a new appointment to a new committee. You are known to us, but have you taken your ethics test?
I have last year, I believe.
All right, so you're still up to date. And have you taken your oath?
Not yet, but I will be.
All right, and Joanne, I see your hand raised.
So Craig, this is Joanne Sanos. I'm the city clerk, and I want to welcome you aboard to the Board of Registrars. As city clerk, I'm a member of the Board of Registrars. So I look forward to working with you on elections and all the registrar's duties. If you can give us time for nomination papers, registering to vote, voters. But we will discuss that because we will have to have a meeting to get you on board and also to vote to have your name stamp on the nomination papers when we go to certify them. So I'll be in touch with you after your confirmation so we can set up a remote. We're meeting remotely right now as the Board of Registrars, as other committees and commissions. So I will contact you after your appointment on the 12th.
Okay, fantastic.
And if you have any questions, you can just reach out to me.
Will do.
Excellent, Craig. So we will request that you're in front of the city council next Tuesday night for the full vetting of the council.
Okay, sure thing.
And so we have a motion and we'll go by roll call. Council O'Hara,
Yes.
Council Majota,
Yes.
Council Nolan, yes. Thank you, Craig, and have a wonderful night.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
I'd like to add to the conversation that we have the Queen of the Deuce, Tracy O'Neill, and our Councilor President, Valerie Gilman, also in attendance. And with
You're
that
too
being,
funny, Sean.
we have a little bit of fun here, Tracy. On the Community Preservation Committee for Harry Hoglander. Harry is looking to fulfill an unexpired term. He cannot be here tonight. He's pretty well known to the council. I have no problem with putting Harry through to the full council without any objections from the committee.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
All righty. So with that being said, do we have a motion?
Ordinance Administration recommends to the City Council to appoint Harry Hoglander to the Community Preservation Committee, term ending February 14, 2024, and I so move.
Second.
All right, and this will be by roll call vote, and we'll start with Council O'Hara,
Yes.
Council Majota,
Yes.
and Council Nolan, yes. That's 3 in favor, 0 opposed. Harry will be a great member of the committee. So next we'll move on to the Magnolia Peer Advisory Committee with Stephen Doe. Steve, are you available tonight?
I don't see him on. There was somebody on with the telephone number, but I've been getting a text that some people are getting kicked out of the meeting. But he did confirm he was going to come tonight, so I don't know what happened. If you want to circle back on him, we can.
I think that we have at the end of the recommendations for committees, and I know for a fact that Stephen Doe is definitely going to want to continue as a member of the Magnolia Peer Advisory Committee, and I would be not only happy but proud to recommend him to continue his service without any objection from the committee.
No objection.
None. If you two back him, I support it.
Excellent, Frank. You'd love him. He's a good man. So with that being said, do we have a motion?
Ordinance Administration recommends that the City Council reappoint Stephen Doe to the Magnolia Peer Advisory Committee, term ending February 14, 2025, and I so move.
Second.
Excellent. So this will be by roll call. We'll start with Council O'Hara,
Yes.
Council Majota,
Yes.
Council Nolan, yes, and Steve, you will watch a meeting, I'm sure, and thank you for your participation. So next on the agenda is going to be CC 2022-004 Gilman Nolan Memhard. Ordered that the City Council audit and amend the GCO to be consistent with the resident parking regulations adopted by the City Council on May 25th, 2021. And this is continued from 2/14/22. It's going to be continued, but I'd like to ask if Councilor Gilman would like to chime in.
Thank you, Counselor. I'm having problems with my video, but it's not a big deal. So I would just like to say that I understand that our legal department is working on pulling some of this together right now, which is great. And we will be continuing this so we can wait to see some of the work that they've done, and then we can pull this all back together in plenty of time for the upcoming summer months. So all good.
Excellent. Thank you, Councilor Gilman. Joanne, can we put this out for 1 month, and that should give the time for the administration and the Department of Works to come up with the information we need to put things in place for this upcoming season?
Okay, we can, the telephone number that you see is Jill Cahill. I don't know if she would like to address this or not, but she's on the screen.
Not a problem. Jill, how you doing tonight?
Hi, thank you. I don't have the best reception where I am, so, but I just want to say thank you to the council to work with us on this. We are putting forth, we've looked through the parking ordinance in depth, and there'll be several questions for the council to work through, but we hope to have that in front of you certainly within the month.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jill. And I hope the scenery is better than the reception.
Yes, thank you.
So Counselor Nolan, we can do this for the first meeting in May 2nd.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Joanne. So this will be continued to the first meeting in May. Up next, we have CC 2022-006, Memberhard Nolan Gilman, request of a management review of the HR department per city chat 713 A through D, continued from 2/28/22. I am again going to bring this back to our council president, Councilor Gilman.
Thank you, Counselor. So I request via the chair that O&A withdraws our order for City Council number 2022-006 without prejudice.
Excellent. So I'd like to echo the comment, but I'd like to withdraw the order CC 2022-006, Memhard Nolan Gilman, request a management review of HR department per city charter section 713 A through D, continued from 2/28/22. I'd like to withdraw this order without prejudice. And I so move.
Second,
And this will be by roll call vote, and we'll start with Council O'Hara.
yes.
Council Majota,
Yes.
Council Nolan, yes. So that order has been withdrawn. Moving right along. We have number 4, CC 22008, O'Hara O'Neill, amend GCO, Chapter 21, Streets and Sidewalks and other public places by deleting section 2119, removal of snow from sidewalks, and section 21-20, removal of covering of ice on sidewalks, continued from 2/28/22. This council order is the same as CC 2022-003 that was amended at O&A on March 14th and is going to be held for a public hearing with the city council at 4/12. So I believe that we're taking no action on this tonight because it's already been amended to go for a full public hearing. Joanne?
Okay, so it's a different council order. So where you amended it to include the sections, to delete the sections on March, putting the age of 60 and over, I guess, not to shovel the sidewalks, and also to delete sections 2119 and 2020. So this is a duplication of deleting that because you put that, you amended the first order to include that. So this should be withdrawn. Because
All right,
on April 12th, you're going to take up the matter of deleting this out of the code and also putting the age of 60 over, making them exempt or deleting that from the code.
Excellent. So I am going to ask that we remove this from the agenda to follow through the public hearing to meet what we had done at O&A 3 weeks ago. And do we have to have a roll call on this, Joanne?
You want it to withdraw. You want it to withdraw this.
Exactly. All right. So we want to vote to withdraw this from tonight's agenda.
Second,
Well, yeah, excellent. And this will be a roll call. And we'll start with Council O'Hara,
yes.
Council Majota,
Yes.
Council Nolan, yes. All right. So number 4 has been removed. The next one is more of a pleasure, I guess. Number 5, City Council number 2022-009, Gilman Nolan, election of the city clerk pursuant to Charter Section 2-7A. I've worked with a lot of people in the city, and I always find it a pleasure to work in that clerk's office. And under the direction of Joanne, things always seem to work out and be smooth. So before we move into we should probably do the motion first, and then we'll go into the talk. Do we have a motion?
Ordinance Administration recommends that the city council pursuant to City Charter Section 2-7A concerning the election of the city clerk to elect Joanne Sinos as the city clerk for a term of April 2022 to April 2024. And I so move.
Second.
All right, so I'm going to open it up for discussion. We do have some counselors on the call, but I will start with the committee itself from Ordinance Administration. We'll start with Councilor O'Hara.
I want to mimic what you have said, Councilor Nolan, that Joanne works very hard. She keeps the city clerk's office in an orderly fashion. Everyone within the office is very pleasant to deal with, and I hear nothing but good things from the constituents. So with that said, I will be supporting Joanne Sinos for an additional 2 years, and I thank Joanne for her efforts in helping the city move forward.
Excellent. Thank you, Councilor O'Hara. Councilor Majota.
Yes. There's so many positive things to say about Joanne and her team. Day one when being elected, pretty much was like an open door. Come in anytime when you have questions or any information, they'll be able to give it to me. So honestly, you work extremely hard. You put days in before the meetings and after the meeting. You're with us all the time. So really, truly appreciate all your hard work. You just have so much knowledge. I wish I can just pick your brain daily with everything you know about Robert rules and everything. So Joanne, you're just amazing. So thank you.
All right, we'll move on to Council President Gilman.
So I should probably wait until we have this at the main meeting, but I just am proud to support this with you, Councilor Nolan, and I will wait for my remarks when we're in front of the whole committee. I do want the council to know that we are working. Go ahead. So I do want the council to know that Councilor Nolan and I are working on Joanne's review. And it's something that the whole city is now working on for all of the employees, and we're excited about that. And so that will be done in probably the next couple of weeks, but that's aside to this important appointment. So thank you, and I'll hold my words for when we're in front of the full council. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Councilor Gilman. Councilor O'Neill, would you like to add anything just before the big meeting?
Yes, I want to thank Joanne. Every time I go into the city clerk's office, I feel very welcome, and they're very knowledgeable and friendly and helpful, and you are a world of knowledge. So thank you so much for helping me and just being there when I need it. And just thank you. You're just the backbone of the city, I think, because whenever I have a question about anything, I call the city clerk's office.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you'll tell me what department it belongs to or whatever. And whenever I have any question, even as a regular citizen, I'd call the city clerk's office because you know it. So thank you.
Excellent. We have been joined by Councilor Worthley. Councilor Worthley, we're working on the recommendations for Joanne Sinos to be continue as our clerk. If you'd like to give a few words tonight, or you can withhold them until the main city council, that would be up to you.
So I'll take the liberty to say it here and at the full council level, if that's okay.
Counselor, can I just say, I just want to remind you that there's a full, a quorum of the full council here.
Excellent. Thank you, Council President Gilman.
And does that mean I shouldn't be sharing my comments? Sorry, I don't know. Just Joanne, so I've known you for a long, long time, but in this capacity as a city councilor, while you're the clerk, I'm very impressed. As you know, you've been extremely helpful. We're lucky to have you. And your entire staff, I think, looks up to you and you manage them very well. So I have no objection to seeing you serve in this role for the next term or however long you'd like for that matter. But I'm very pleased with the work you're doing. So thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Council Worthley. Is there any comments from the administration? Jill?
Hi, thank you. Actually, we're thrilled to see Joanne continue in this spot. I too have worked with her for quite some time now, and she's done a lot to improve customer service amongst her whole team, and she's a great leader. So we're thrilled to have her as part of the team.
Excellent. Thank you, Jill. So we do have a motion on the floor. We had comments, and now we'll start with the councilor vote, and we'll start with Councilor O'Hara.
Yes.
Councilor Majorca?
Absolutely.
Councilor Nolan? Absolutely. Joanne, you're gonna have to be there at the next council meeting. So,
Thank you. I look forward to working with this new council for the next 2 years and also with this new administration. And I feel I have a good working relationship with my colleagues, both at the Annex and at City Hall. And I continue to do that. And I've been with the city since 1998. So I've been here for a while. So I kind of know, some of the departments and everything. You give me kudos of knowing everything, but I don't. But if I don't know anything, if I don't know something, I will find the answer for you. You might not like it, but I'll find the answer. Thank you very much.
and that's one of the parts we really appreciate about you is sometimes the answer isn't what we're looking for, but it's the answer that is right. And we appreciate the way you deliver that. So thank you very much.
You're
So
welcome.
next, we are going to move on to number 6, CC 2022-011, O'Neill, amend GCO Chapter 22, Traffic and Motor Vehicles, Section 2227, parking prohibited at all times, and Section 22-291, tollway zones by adding Webster Street number 27. So we'll start off with Council O'Neill. The floor is yours.
Yes, the president of the Gloucester Fraternity Club, I invited him to be on the call. I don't know what happened, but has had numerous accidents out in front of the club because cars are parking on both sides of the street and they're parking on the sidewalk so close to the stairs of the club that people can't go up the stairs, and people, if you have a walker or a wheelchair, they can't get by on the sidewalk. And it's a problem that, with all the accidents happening, that that's also his loading zone. His loading zone is technically on the side, but the trucks park in front, so they unload there. And as I said, people can't even get into the club because people are parked so close to his stairs that people can't get by. And he requested that as a loading zone and as a clearing of the sidewalk, I guess, so people won't park there. So that's about it. Let me see if he's on the call yet. Nope, he's not there. So it's been a problem for a while because the corner is there, come around the corner and both cars are parked on both sides. So he actually gave me pictures of accidents that have happened, rear ends, and then there's a cement post that got hit and was tipped over. So he supplied pictures. So hence the request.
Excellent. Thank you, Counselor O'Neill. I do want to put forward that the Traffic Commission did vet and look at this and voted in favor to recommend this to happen. I'll start with Counselor questions from the committee, and I'll start with Counselor O'Hara.
No, I have no questions. Counselor O'Neill obviously knows what the club needs, and I support the motion.
Excellent. Thank you, Counselor O'Hara. Counselor Majota.
As you were talking, I was playing with Google Map on Webster Street, just so I get a better visual. So you're talking right in front of the club?
Right in front of
that
the
one-
club. Yeah,
Okay.
and it goes to Sadler Street, I believe, Sadler Street Extension, because there's
Mhm.
in front of the club and then there's the parking lot. So.
No, yeah, I see no problems with that. I can see it just, I can see how that can be kind of a high traffic area as well, especially the school being there. So no problem with me.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. It's, you use the word loading zone. The actual verbiage is for parking prohibited. So I would
Okay,
make sure you didn't use the word loading zone, because that is two different definitions.
Okay.
I know the area fairly well. I've seen the emails over the last couple of years, and I can understand the importance of safety and access to the building. I have seen people parked on the sidewalks. So if we could have the motion.
Ordinance Administration Committee recommends to the City Council to amend GCO Chapter 22, Traffic and Motor Vehicles, Section 22-270, parking prohibited at all times, and Section 22-291, tow-away zones as follows. Amend Section 22-270, parking prohibited at all times, by adding Webster Street easterly side from a point 160 feet from the intersection with Sadler Street Extension in a southerly direction for a distance of 45 feet in front of number 27 Webster Street. Amend Section 22-291, tow-away zones, by adding Webster Street easterly side from a point 160 feet from its intersection with Sadler Street Extension in a southerly direction for a distance of 45 feet in front of number 27 Webster Street, and I so move.
Second.
All right, and this will be by roll call vote, and we'll start with Counselor O'Hara.
Yes.
Counselor Majota.
Yes.
Counselor Nolan, yes. This will be scheduled for a public hearing. Joanne could tell us when that would be coming up.
We would probably have this on the 26th, because it's, you need at least 7 days to publish an ordinance, a legal notice. So it could take place on April 26th, public hearing.
thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Joanne. And I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
And this will be by roll call vote. We'll start with Counselor O'Hara,
Yes.
Counselor Majota,
Yes.
Counselor Nolan, yes. The motion has been passed. The motion to adjourn. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and thank you for all your hard work.
Good night,
Thanks a lot,
everyone.
you guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night.